Like many of us, Sarah Gentelin has a busy life. She's the mother of 2 daughters, works full-time as co-owner of Gentlin's Restaurant on Broadway, where she wears many hats and takes care of her home and family, leaving little time to take care of herself. Overweight and tired all the time, Sarah decided to stop making excuses and change her life. In August of 2011, at age 35, Sarah began a personal quest to lose weight and get healthy, but it turned into something that reached far beyond. She had set a goal to run in the 2012 Chicago Marathon. However, a painful muscle injury nearly caused her to give up. Then her thoughts turned to a family member battling cancer and how much they suffer yet remain so brave. This gave her the determination to keep going and a larger purpose to her once personal goal. We're here with Sarah. We're going to talk with her about the accomplishment of running a marathon and what got her started there. And Sarah, thank you so much for agreeing to do this, because I found your story really impressive, and I'm sure it's going to be inspiring to a lot of people. So we really appreciate you doing this for us.
Thank you.
The first thing, I remember when we first talked, you mentioned to me that you were just kind of fed up. You'd reached a point where you just said enough is enough.
Right.
So what happened?
It was last summer, probably around August. It was right after my 35th birthday, and I got fed up. I was sick of feeling overweight, my clothes not fitting, not having energy to do anything, and it kind of dawned on me I was getting like 9 hours of sleep a night and saying I didn't have enough time to go exercise or prepare meals or whatever, and that kind of dawned on me. I'm like, you probably could make changes, you're choosing not to.
Well, that's pretty common.
Right.
I think.
And so I just decided, I downloaded the Couch to 5K app on my phone and just went out in the neighborhood and started doing it. And literally I began being able to jog for 30 seconds very slowly at a time. And it just built on that. I ended up doing a 5K and then joining the gym, and it just kind of progressed from there.
Did you have days where, I know I do, where I just don't have the energy to do it, or I just don't feel like doing it, the lack of the motivation? What kept you going?
Well, and there's probably a few parts of it. Joining the gym, it was funny because I went to Club Fitness because it was the cheapest gym to join. You know, they give you a free workout with a trainer,
right,
and then they offered you a discounted jumpstart package. So it was 3 sessions. And I remember when I joined, I'm like, I've been running for a couple months on my own.
Right.
And I figured, you know, my job is somewhat active, running up and down these stairs all the time. And so, and after a workout with him, I couldn't move for days.
I can attest to that. I can attest to that, because I went once. And
yeah. And then I was like, wow, you are not in good shape at all.
You're brave enough to go back to him, though.
Right. And so, and with that, I also ended up, you know, they weighed you, and I hadn't weighed myself in over a year. I signed up for a full year with him, so that was 2 workouts a week. And I wanted to run the Great River Road Run after Thanksgiving. So that was about a month after I joined the gym, which was kind of an ambitious goal.
Now, how long is that?
It's 10 miles.
10 miles, okay.
And I'd done it years before, but I was in pretty good shape then.
Yeah.
And I did it, and he was like, well, you know, set another goal, maybe do a half marathon. And it was funny, after that River Road Run, I said, I will never run a marathon. Ever. I have no desire. That's just doesn't even appeal to me.
Yeah.
I love all the motivation groups you can get on Facebook and Pinterest and things like that. So that things, you know, and then once you start losing a little bit of weight and people say something to you, that's
probably
what
the
you going
best
to.
motivator,
It is.
sure.
It's a great motivator. And
Absolutely.
some of the girls here started going to the gym with me, and then one of the girls that works here, we both signed up to do the Go St. Louis Half Marathon together. So, I mean, it was just fun having people around me get into it, too.
Sure, sure. Now, you were talking to me a few minutes ago about an injury that, you know, when you were in the process of training.
Right.
Was this while you were training for the marathon, or?
Yeah, it was after I had started the training program for the marathon. It's a 17-week program, and probably 3 weeks into it, I started developing pain, and for probably a couple weeks just tried to ignore it a little bit and run through it. You know, being a newbie runner, really didn't know how to listen to my body properly, I always hear of people saying you run through the pain or, all this stuff. So I kind of just pushed it. Started seeing a physical therapist, but I wasn't getting anywhere. Didn't run for about 2 weeks and really was thinking that I wasted my money on signing up for the marathon. The Chicago Marathon sells out. It sold out in 6 days with 45,000 runners. So I had to jump into I had to sign up in February and didn't train until July or June. So I mean, it was this thing looming always.
Right.
So I really thought I was just going to have to give it up, forget about it, set a different goal.
Wow.
And I'm on, this Facebook group with the Fleet Feet training team that I'm on, and someone mentioned, you have 6.5 hours to finish that race. If you have to walk it, then walk it, but don't give up. And it just, I just kept hearing her say, you have 6.5 hours, you have 6.5 hours. So I just started running with a slower pace group, which was more comfortable with my injury. And
you would get up before dawn and run? What was that like?
It was, at first, it really sucked because in the wintertime, and I even got to sleep in more, I'd have to get up at 5:30. In the summer, it was 4:30.
Wow.
And the group I was in St. Louis, which kind of didn't make sense, but you'd show up for these groups, and there'd be between 100 and 200 people.
Wow.
Maybe broken down into groups based on your speed, but after like 2 sessions of that, and you're walking into these parks and everybody's smiling and just giggling, and everybody is the same at 6 o'clock in the morning. Every woman has their hair pulled back with a hat on, no makeup. So it's really kind of neat. You get to know people
And you're wearing your determination
so
shirt today.
This was kind of a big part of keeping me motivated.
Absolutely.
That it was hot, and I was running, and it didn't feel like I could do it, and I just wanted to stop and have someone come pick me up.
Sure.
And it was at a time where a family member was going through cancer treatment, and he wasn't doing well. And just thinking about people that had to go through chemotherapy and feel horrible and things like that, I was like, you know what? I bet someone like that would love to be out here running.
With their legs hurting and their knees
Right,
short.
perfectly healthy, just overweight, Right. So it always stuck with me when I would get tired or like, I don't want to get up and go run this miles. It's just, they do it. For the half marathon I raised, I don't remember to the dollars, about $1,300. And I think this time I got pretty close. Actually, no, it was closer to $1,700, I believe.
That's awesome.
So, and just, there was people that I didn't even know that got on there and donated, so that was really cool. I ended up connecting to someone that I went to high school with and didn't know her back then, but she had cancer. She's an 11-year survivor, and just hearing her story was motivating. I ran with a bunch of ribbons on my back, just with names in honor of or in memory of.
That's very cool.
Some of that just came from people that donated. Asked if they wanted someone's name on there.
That's really
So,
neat. That's really neat. Your husband's an amazing chef. You guys own this awesome restaurant, and being around that kind of temptation all the time. I mean, we have temptations, but this is huge. How in the world did you manage not to
Actually, it helped a lot being here because I'm not making the food and I'm not putting my hands in everything.
Right.
I could just tell them, make me a piece of chicken without butter on it and some vegetables that are plain,
and they would just do that.
That's what I have. And now I'm to the point where no matter what I order, they'll make it like they think I want it. It was funny, I wanted something just off the menu last week, and they got it. I'm like, but I wanted the fried stuff.
I can cheat. I can eat it too. Now you've got 2 little girls.
Correct.
And how old are they now?
I have a 14-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old daughter.
Oh my gosh, they're older than I would have thought. I didn't remember them growing up. Not so little anymore.
No, and they're a big part of why I wanted to get into it. My 14-year-old isn't naturally inclined to go play sports or anything, and I wanted, you can't tell someone to go do get up and go do something if you're not doing it yourself.
Exactly.
And now they've both done some small races. So it's cute when my little one has her friends over, and she'll show them my medals or whatever. We did a race together 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I saw the picture. You're all dressed up. Was it a Halloween?
Yeah, it's the Go St. Louis Halloween. They have a 10K, 5K, and fun run.
Yeah.
So we did the mile fun run together.
That's neat.
Yeah.
So you think she'll be running?
I don't know.
It's kind of early. Did you bring your medal with you?
I did. I had my marathon medals.
That's really exciting.
When you train, you have something in your mind, and it was like, when I get this. So.
Oh, absolutely.
You cross the finish line, and first they wrap you in a blanket, that Mylar blanket, because it was 40-something degrees.
Wow.
But, after you get done running, and you're in that cold air, really, you get cold fast. But they put that on you and put this on you, and it was overwhelming.
It was like an Olympic gold medal.
It was.
It had to feel like that.
It felt like it. I mean, I was there just under 5 hours, which is...
That's great.
It's not a fast marathon, but...
Who cares, man? You finished.
You finished.
When you could first see the finish line, what was that? I mean, did you find yourself like running faster when you could see it? Or?
It was, and like I said, most of the thing went pretty slow. I stayed we called ourselves the Chicago Six, and we would just call out our numbers every so often if we weren't talking, 1, 2, and so we stuck together. There was one lady that she didn't drop out, but she ended up having to walk towards the end because of an injury that flared up. But we stayed together till about mile 22, and some of them were really starting to get tired. Some of us were still going strong, so we started thinning, spreading out. And the last couple miles, it was just, the crowd there was so exciting, and
cheering you on.
Yeah, it just really kicked up the adrenaline, so I was able to run them fast. And the way that course is you hit 26 miles and you kind of turn a bend, and then you can see the finish line, and you just start thinking, oh my God, I've been thinking about this for so long, and it's very overwhelming.
Was your family there?
It was my husband and my 9-year-old daughter. They met me about halfway through, about 13 miles into there. I knew they were going to be there because people that I was running with, their family were there too, so we got to, stop over and give everybody a hug and a kiss.
Oh, nice.
So that was definitely helpful. But
that's very cool.
Even seeing someone's husband jump out of the crowd and run with her for a mile, and tell them, it's just seeing other people's excitement.
Absolutely, it sounds really inspiring.
It was cool.
Really inspiring. Well, I really appreciate you taking some time to spend with us today, and congratulations.
Oh,
you look amazing. Obviously, you feel amazing.
It's been fun. It's just been a really great change.
Awesome. Good for you. Congratulations again, and hopefully next time we'll raise even more money. Always for the American Cancer Society?
I have a strong connection to it at this point. But there's a lot of other great charities. I think I definitely want to at least continue with fundraising and certain things. Just it's motivating for me, and
you just have to run more marathons. Thanks so much, Sarah.
You're welcome, Wendy.
To learn more about how you can get involved or to donate online to the American Cancer Society, visit www.cancer.org.